very riveting talk for me. I just want to say this, that he was one of the brilliant technologists. He has devoted his last 15 years to all these studies. He is probably the most well-read person I've met. So let's take advantage of that. Ask him questions, because he's done a thorough research. He will give you all the answers.
How to spread this message in a mass media? Just by printing the book and distributing the book is not going to take us to the next level. Like, media is the main thing. Have you organized something like a debate on the TV or something?
See, I am available to go anywhere there's an audience. Yeah, but the difficult thing is that part of this infiltration has been through the media also. Media will not take things, media, a very wonderful review that Gokul, where is Gokul? Gokul knows, wonderful review a lady in Canada has done, and she sent it to various prominent Indian newspapers that would not carry it. It's very difficult to push your way through. I'm talking about this Outlook and places like that that were sent. So it is very difficult to break into this media, which I don't know how to do. As far as debates are concerned, my policy is that one way you can get a lot of attention is you provoke an opponent into a debate. So Princeton University 2 weeks ago had a debate between me and Reverend Thompson, who is an Indian Christian pastor from the local church, Methodist Church, and Princeton University organized it. So it's a gathering a little bit bigger than this. And within the next few days, we are going to upload on our website the whole 2 hours of videotape. So you can see what it was. It was very lively, and by the end, the guy was quite, defensive and not as aggressive as he started out to be. And he brought a friend of somebody along who was in the audience. So when they were not able to handle the questions, when they were not able to answer my responses, then that guy in the audience started shouting. And so it's good. We kept quiet. Everybody was very calm and relaxed. Nobody hit back at him. But this guy was raising his voice and waving his arms and yelling and screaming at Hindus and India. He's an Indian guy, another friend of his. Made a big scene, and we have that whole thing on the video also. So we will put that up. So we have made an attempt to go and really debate opponents, real opponents, people who will really take us on. I am not afraid. So, but how to get more visibility for this, I don't know. I mean, I'm doing my best. We've got an extremely detailed website. If you go www.breakingindia.com, you will see videos. Even this video, we're taking it, and within 10 days after this event, we will put it up. So all the videos we did in Chennai, all the videos in Delhi, Princeton, everywhere, Atlanta, they're going to keep going online. And we have a e-group which has now almost 800 members, but that's trivial compared to lakhs and lakhs of people who need to know. So I don't myself know what else we can do. Another thing we are doing is a Tamil edition is coming, which is from a very nice press in Tamil in Chennai. They've just finished the translation. So they're going to have this big hardbound book exactly like this in Tamil, and they're going to print, 50,000 copies or very lakh copies, because it will be low priced for local distribution within Tamil Nadu. So we are doing everything we can as researchers and scholars. Now where we need help is, we need others to come and say, okay, other people have to do something now, I don't know what. Maybe they have to make this through a documentary and put documentary for people who will not read. And maybe this has to be turned into petitions. Now certainly those who've got political clout should take this idea to your senators, to your contacts in the government, and say, why is the US government, just like US government would not support activities that are inimical or against our national interest in some foreign country, why don't you declare India a strategic partner, and anything that undermines India's sovereignty will be something the federal government will not have anything to do with, and federal government will withdraw funding of such organizations. It would go a long way. But the US Commission on Religious Freedom is still the Republican right-wing dominated people, and Obama has not changed even one of them. That's quite shameful, because I would have thought that he would have the audacity to change some of those guys and put new people and maybe have some Hindus in there. But none of that has happened. So you guys can do something in terms of lobbying, putting some pressure to get the right kind of people in. But that's a very good point.
Tamil had an anti-conversion law that was repealed in 2002-2003 by Jayalalitha. What is the basis for repealing that law?
I think Jayalalitha put this anti-conversion law,
Right.
and then all I know is through the rumor mill. My friend Dr. Subramanian Swamy told me that she got scared because when Sonia Gandhi and the Congress got elected in the center, she got scared. Jayalalitha got scared that various corruption cases and all that could come back to haunt her. So all this is, part of the problem is we don't have clean leaders, and when people are not clean, they can be compromised. And one very important, prominent leader told me that he's always got his intelligence gathering of dirt on other people. I said, why are you wasting your time gathering dirt on other people? He says, because they're gathering dirt on me. And as long as they know that I have more dirt on them, they will never touch me. So this is a question of equilibrium of corrupt people. This is a very sad thing. So, you don't have clean enough people like Baba Ramdev is clean enough guy who stood up when they attacked him and said, come and check out everything. And I don't have to fear. So they don't attack him anymore because they know that he's clean. So unless you get very clean, sophisticated, audacious leaders, the leader will have to, they'll be able to take some step, and then they'll have to back off because they're scared something about them will come out. This is our problem.
Do you have any special support groups in India to galvanize people of India against what is all that's going on? We don't have to bother much about the outsiders once people are aware of what is happening.
Very difficult. I'm just trying to tell you, it sounds very easy. I work so hard. I go around, I go 4 or 5 times to India. I have a co-author. We've funded a few other local people to go help us out. It's very difficult to get organized support. Media is so much co-opted by vested interests that unless there's a vested interest backing it, they don't want to. Industrialist will not industrialist will not stick his neck out for a cause that brings controversy because he doesn't want to get involved in this. Even political parties, you will think that Hindu political party will do something about this, but even they often are looking at it from their point of view, what's in it for us? Will I get elected? What do I do for the next election 6 months away? There is very little long-term vision for the nation. Very little. And I found the only people who are seriously, genuinely concerned about the nation rather than about themselves are the armed forces. The intelligence bureau, the people in security and intelligence and military, the defense services people, there were so many of them at my book launch, and next day, I didn't even know they bought so many copies, they're selling it at their website. And the defense, there's some journal of defense studies in Delhi, and they put out a review of this book. On their own, they started doing this. And by the way, there's a Pakistan Defense Studies
website. They put it on the website.
And they put a big against the book also with 200 comments on it already. So the people in defense are very realistic and practical. They're not lost in some fuzzy philosophical metaphysics. They can see on both sides, those who are for India and those who are for breaking it. Both sides can see the point being made is a very important point, and they are sharply involved in this debate. But unfortunately, the rest of the people are just couldn't care less. This is very sad.
Can you touch regarding Maoist fraternity?
Yeah, there are 3 threads. This is volume 1. Volume 2 and 3, there is an Islamic thread from where the external nexus is Pakistan and Middle East. And the whole, if you look at this map and the cover of the book, the top part of it is called Mughalistan. That is their vision. There is a Dalitan, Dravidistan, there is also Mughalistan. And then there is Mao, which is the third nexus. And this third nexus is Maoist, Chinese inspired through Nepal into central India and so on. So each of these 3 forces is competing to get their biggest share of Indian population, poor, disenfranchised population. The West, Islam and China are not only are at war for global share of market and global share of power, but India is their largest place to expand. All 3 of them know that it's a weak place, it doesn't have enough spine, it doesn't have enough cohesiveness, it doesn't have enough leadership, it is very vulnerable, and it's very open, you can go and do anything you feel like. So all 3 of them got a strategic investments to keep expanding and grabbing more and more people onto their particular side. So the Maoist is a whole situation in its own right, and it is not going to go away very quickly. You see, we will have poverty. It's unfortunate. Poverty is not going to go away in the next 10, 20, 30 years. It will just take a very long time, because it takes a long time to create poverty and a long time to get rid of it. And this will be several generations working on it. We also have inequities in society in terms of unequal treatment. That also will take a while, but there is a constitution, there are laws, and these things do take a while and they do work. But while all this takes a long time, the forces that want to disrupt, the forces that want to exploit this and cause this breaking up are very quick to move. And they have money, and they have nothing to lose, by the way. You are doing it in somebody else's house. You're going to somebody else's house and you can carve out a chunk for yourself, and the other guy will carve out a chunk for himself. You have nothing to lose. So this is where I think the waking up our own leaders is the first thing. And waking up our own leaders can happen only when tens of thousands of ordinary people get up and make a noise about it. Moral support, I get intellectual support. But remember that for me it is full-time. Running my foundation, writing books is my full-time. I'm a writer, researcher. But all these guys got some full-time work also. And for them, it is, it's a nice gesture, a nice favor to me to come and support me and call from people and have an event like this. But it is not like I have an organization which is really dedicated to it. I'm just a one-man show ultimately, and that's my problem. I can only do so much, and I'm already over 60, and I have to finish a few more books before it's too late. And so this is going to finish one day. I'm not able to continue.